everybody to another episode of Foot Life TV. This is the World Cup edition. We're going to cover some of the stuff that's been going on in the World Cup, teams that are eliminated already, and wow, so far what a World Cup it has been, huh?
Oh my gosh. You know what? I'd say the first round, maybe a little bit of the second round. I wasn't excited.
Well, it was just so crazy. I think just the way the games were happening, the big teams not getting the results they needed, some of the little teams impressing, and it's kind of weird the way things have been going on.
It has.
Honestly, it's weird to say, but a lot of it has been drawn on Lionel Messi, and the fact that the first two games he was relatively quiet. Well, not even quiet, but he just wasn't himself. You know, just like the Nigeria game that he just became alive. At halftime, he gave, you know what I mean? A lot of just. Right. Do you see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I feel like that's been a big part of it because I think so much was expected from him, and
well, it's
so far, but it's early. So.
It is early, but like I was saying, the first couple games I really wasn't excited into the World Cup like before, until the third game for some of these groups, because the reason I say that is it had to make these teams that are at a high caliber, have a lot of players behind them. For instance, like Argentina, it took their third game for them to advance.
Yeah, or get eliminated.
Germany. So for these teams to play under pressure, that was another thing. I was going to get to that. A lot of these big teams, some small teams, showed up at that third game to advance, and that's what's made it exciting. Now going into this knockout stage, it's going to be crazy because the defending world champions are not in it. Man, was that a crazy game.
Yeah, that's a crazy game. We should have probably started the whole show with welcome to Foot Life TV. Germany is out, eliminated.
Man.
Well, I mean, but the thing is, were you really expecting so much out of them? A lot of people weren't.
I was.
Some people were, but a lot of people weren't. And me included, I wasn't expecting anything from Germany. I didn't think that this Germany team was anywhere near the Germany team that they were back in the 2014 World Cup. And, that's a lot due to some of their better players, one of their key reasons not even being part of the team,
Right.
So, in my opinion, that's a big part. And younger players I don't think are ready, and I don't think Boateng is necessarily the guy you rely on in the back, and Hummels, and you're in the group with some guys that are pretty quick, so they're going to give you a hard time. And you see how they struggle against South Korea and Mexico. Both teams, strong, quick, very fast. I think that's
Mexico's
the key
really
thing
good on that counterattack.
Exactly, but the way they work, Sweden, you see they had a easier time with Sweden because Sweden was more of the similar type of team. They're big guys, they're not really fast, they're not really, too skillful. So it was really more of a fair match for Germany, in my opinion, especially this Germany team. The Germany team in 2014, in my opinion, is a whole different team, as you can see.
Right.
But in my opinion, the key thing that beat Germany was speed. They just don't have any speed on the team. I think the big player that they missed out on taking was Sané. He was he's what they need to drill into the side and to put the ball in for the big guys like Müller, Mario Gomez, to put him in because they're in-box strikers,
right.
Especially Mario Gomez. So I believe that someone like Sané was really missing in that Germany team, and the fact that their defense was just simply way too slow to deal with the fast-paced players. And they struggled against Mexico the same way they struggled against South Korea. Both teams, little guys, quick, real fast, and I think that was a big difference in the Germany's first, round getting knocked out.
I completely agree with you, man. Speed is a big issue if you don't have it.
Yeah.
Nowadays in soccer and football, it's expanding. Players are faster, they're stronger.
Absolutely.
Younger. So you got to be
Absolutely.
able to keep up with them. You know, you got a lot of veterans, I guess you could say, on that team, and I don't know, man.
No, I mean that's true. I mean the thing is, that's just it. And honestly, I wasn't impressed with them in the warm-up games. I really wasn't impressed. I was actually having a debate with someone
Hats off
before
to
the
South
World
Korea,
Cup.
though.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, at least they got a win before they went home. You know, it meant a lot to the people, and it meant a lot to the Mexican people as well, apparently, because that's what ultimately helped Mexico go through. It's crazy because Mexico has 6 points, and they still were struggling to go through. That's what's making this World Cup so crazy. Like, it makes World Cup so fun. I mean, if you remember last World Cup at the beginning, it was crazy too. England were knocked out. Italy were knocked out.
Spain.
Costa Rica were brilliant. Spain was knocked out, the defending champions. And I mean,
I see a trend.
Exactly. I mean, these are World Cups. The times are advancing. More countries are getting more better training, better facilities for football. And it's just football is growing more and more. So it's evening things out, in my opinion. That's why you see a lot of teams being able to fight and being able to be right there, you know?
Yeah.
And I mean, that shows with a team like Iceland, you know? They didn't go through, but they fought. They got results from Argentina. They got, you know, they really played well. They made it there, and their population is on, you know, it's crazy. It's crazy.
Yeah.
But the thing is, the game is evolving every day, you know, and it's getting bigger and bigger all over the world, and just people are getting better and better. It's just a fact. And
yeah, Group
I mean,
F, man.
Now
Group F was crazy. That was one crazy group.
So let's talk about the teams eliminated so far. All right, in Group A, Saudi Arabia and Egypt were eliminated, right?
Yeah.
Saudi Arabia expected to be eliminated, you know, and I on my picks that I had written up, I had Uruguay and Russia going through. I had Uruguay first, Russia second, and a lot of people were putting a lot of hope and expectation on Egypt, on Mohamed Salah and Egypt, and thinking that they're going to go far, they're going to do something. But the thing is, man, you can't rely on one player for a team. And I know people are going to say Lionel Messi. Well, come on. Lionel Messi is a great player, and he really does carry the Argentina team. But the Argentina team probably helps at least 10 to 20%. You know, it might be 80 to 90% Messi, but it's still 10 to 20%, you know, the other players as well. There is big players like Aguero and other, you know,
Di
big
Maria,
names as well.
Dybala.
Di Maria, Dybala, Mascherano, other big names as well. So they do help a little bit. But Egypt really is just Mohamed Salah, in my opinion, you know?
Yeah.
And
really
they've proved it. I mean, I thought they would do just exactly what they did. And, I mean, I feel bad for Salah. But and they were in a tough group. I think Russia has a good team. They're a tough team. And Uruguay has a great team as well. So they're just in a tough group. And finishing last was something that I was surprised about. But Saudi Arabia fought for that one win. So, you know. Didn't want to go home empty-handed, which is great. But, yeah, that's in Group A. Those are the teams that are eliminated. And Group B, Iran and Morocco. It's crazy group, huh? It's tough. Iran was eliminated with 4 points. Portugal went through with 5 points. Spain went through with 5 points. 1 point made the difference. One accidental goal made a difference, you know? I mean, let's be honest. Iran held their own against Spain. And Diego Costa was very fortunate to basically get it. He kicked the ball, it hit the defender, and went in. So, accidental goal. They were very fortunate to get that. Iran had many chances to score as well. They could have done well against Spain. They could have at least drawn, in my opinion. And it could have been a different story. And if Morocco would have beat Spain, then it would have been down a goal differential. It would have made things crazier. And Iran held their own against Portugal, in my opinion, as well. And, I mean, that's good. That's a good thing. You want to see small teams doing well against these big teams, especially when they're thrown into big groups like this. Spain and Portugal, I mean, obviously you expect them to come out as well as they did. And they had the first game, opening game of the group, and what a game. 3-3. Ronaldo gets his hat trick. Diego Costa bags 2. And, I mean, it was just a fantastic match.
Don't forget about Daniel Carvajal's beautiful goal.
Beautiful goal. He had a beautiful goal. Absolutely.
Oh, my God, a screamer outside the box, if I'm not mistaken.
That game was fantastic, in my opinion. I mean, what a way to open up the Group B games. De Gea,
he has not impressed me not one bit this whole tournament. I say this whole tournament like it's been going on forever. No, these 3 games. These past 3 games, David De Gea has not impressed me.
I'm telling you, and the thing is,
he actually might be the reason that they don't make it past, these next couple rounds.
If he keeps this up, absolutely. Honestly, a lot of people are mostly shocked about the Germany thing. I'm more shocked about David De Gea's form. I have him picked as the best goalkeeper in the world before this World Cup. In my opinion, he's up there. He's up there in the top 3, top 2 even, for sure. I mean, the games that he saved Manchester United, the way the saves he's had, it's just, I thought he was honestly the best, if not, second best maybe, keeper in the world.
Mm-hmm.
But wow, this World Cup, unbelievable. He's had silly mistakes. He's the reason why they tied the game against Spain. Or against Portugal, I'm sorry. I think Spain should definitely beat Portugal. But mistakes like that, see, this is the thing. Your keeper making silly mistakes cost games. Argentina almost didn't qualify because of the goalkeeper they had.
Exactly.
So, but anyways, Spain and Portugal's game was absolutely brilliant. Iran, I believe, held their own against both teams. They beat Morocco, but
they drew against Portugal.
Yeah, I think they could have got the win against Portugal. They should have.
Referee issues.
There was with a lot of teams. With a lot of teams. With a lot of teams.
This VAR is supposed to be something that helps the game.
Half-ass being used. It's half-ass being used.
Half-ass being used.
Only favors certain teams. Bigger teams, usually.
It's not being used when it's supposed to. It's there for this reason. And you choose as a referee not to use it when there's potentially an issue.
Absolutely.
And you show the replay. So obviously the video assistant referee that's in the box sees that they're showing the replay, and he sees that there was an issue, so he should tell the referee, hey, there's something going on, stop the game. No, they didn't do that.
No.
A few times.
Well, the thing is, it just hasn't been handled right. It hasn't been handled right. The idea was fantastic.
Unless
it made things more fair. I thought there was going to be...
I don't know.
Well, the way they... Well, here's the thing, man. The way they had it set up, the way they explained it, the way they brought it out, it was like, oh, okay, well, they're going to save time because they're going to have a whole group of other people checking it out while the game is going real fast. It's going to be quick. No, those guys check it, half-ass check it, let me add. Half-ass check it. Then they tell the referee, well, maybe you should have a look. Then the referee stops the game, does this thing, goes to the screen, looks at the screen, and still has been mistakes made. Still have been mistakes made. So what is there? What else is there then? If this doesn't work, what else is there? If they can't even cope with this, if they can't even make the right decisions after all this technology, what the hell is there? Is there corruption still?
I don't know.
Is there funny things going on still? I believe so. This is ridiculous. It makes no sense. You cannot have VAR and still get decisions wrong. You know what I mean? And only use it when you feel like, not this one. For instance, Germany versus Sweden. In my opinion, Sweden had a clear penalty. One-on-one with the goalie. Boateng, I believe, took him down. Clear takedown, clear penalty. Didn't even go to VAR, didn't even get reviewed, nothing. In the Iran game versus Portugal, similar things happened. They wouldn't do it. And finally, when they gave a VAR decision against Spain or Portugal at the end, it seems like they were trying to fight to not do it. It just seems weird, man. It seems like it's half-ass used. It's not being used right. And that's where the problem comes in. And it's like, okay, you have this technology. You're supposed to use it when the closer calls. And first of all, it's tough to be like, okay, where are close calls? Because close calls happen a lot, so you're going to be stopping the game quite often. But the fact is that the way they explained it at first was that some other people are going to be checking it, and like within few seconds, they're going to already know what's going on,
Yeah.
And tell the ref, stop the game. That's what happened. Redo. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
I think the way it's being handled is absolutely ridiculous. It's an absolute joke, and FIFA are just making themselves look more stupid and more guilty, in my opinion. You know?
It's something that definitely needs to be worked on a lot, because man.
But it shouldn't. It's common sense. 1 + 1 is 2.
Yeah, but common sense is not common
Look at the
nowadays.
screen. Press play. Look at the replay. And if someone at home can see what the call is clearly, you're telling me the people that are there can't. That makes no sense. Absolutely no sense. So it just makes them look more stupid. If you're going to introduce something like VAR, you have to use it more. You have to use it better. You have to make it quicker. You cannot waste this much time. You cannot half-ass use it. You cannot make it used. You cannot use it for only bigger teams to favor certain teams. It just doesn't work that way. People see it. People notice it. People aren't stupid. Don't forget it was just a year ago or so when the FIFA went down for corruption.
Yeah.
So people know there's shit going on. So don't insult people's intelligence anymore. You know? That's what I'm saying. If you're going to use VAR, use it the right way, in my opinion. But it's not being handled right. So, all right, let's continue. Group B was crazy, and it was very fun to watch. Group C, France, Denmark, Peru, Australia. Obviously, the two favorites to go through. France and Denmark went through, but it wasn't easy. Peru tried, Australia tried. It came down to the Peru and Australia game, really, for a little while. Peru spoiled it for Australia, by beating them. So, I mean, that was still a fun match. It still went to the last match, so that was a good group to watch. Peru hasn't been in the World Cup in 36 years or something, 30-something years, and the fans showed up like crazy,
big time.
The fans showed up like crazy. I'm talking about in whole families, fathers, sons. They showed up in groups, and because the thing is, if it hasn't happened in 36 years. You don't know if it'll happen again. You don't know how it will happen again.
Exactly.
And for a lot of those people, those families, it's the first time, first opportunity. Might be their only. You never know. You know what I mean? Hopefully it won't. But they made their presence known. They were there. They were there cheering all the way to the last game. They were there loving it. And man, there were so many of them.
I would too.
So that was beautiful to see. So, and they went out. They went home. They didn't go home empty-handed. They did get a win.
Yeah, they got a win over Australia,
Yeah. But, man, honestly, to be honest with you, France has not been as impressive as I thought. France was one of the teams that I thought was going to cause problems. And in my opinion, they just haven't. Especially against Denmark, that game was an absolute joke. It was an absolute joke. And a lot of people went on the internet saying match-fixing claims and this and that, which... you never know, but that game was horrible.
Yeah.
That game was terrible. Both teams were like, we don't want to score. And it just kind of made things a little weird, in my opinion. But France were I don't think France was that impressive so far. But honestly, none of the teams have been. What team have been impressive? Show me a team that has been impressive.
Belgium.
Besides Belgium, that's absolutely true. You're absolutely right, actually. Is there another? Croatia. Besides Belgium and Croatia, those are the two teams I'm thinking. Belgium and Croatia. Besides those two teams, name me one other team that's been impressive. There's none. There's none.
Impressive?
England as well, actually. Let's not.
Yeah.
We'll see tomorrow or today, actually. England versus Belgium. That's going to be a good game.
That's going to be really good. They both have the same goal differential. They both have the same amount of points.
And both are through automatically, so both are going to be trying to rest key players, I'm sure.
I think they're going to fight for first place because, first place...
Who do they play?
Goes to a side of a bracket that's actually
who
pretty
they play?
Easy.
Who would first place play?
First place would play either... Well, that's the thing. Japan, Senegal, and Colombia are going to fight for opportunities to go forward.
Yeah.
Because Poland can mess it up for Japan.
Absolutely. You're right.
And get
just like South Korea messed it up for Germany.
You know that's going to be a group to watch tomorrow. You know,
today.
I'm over here thinking of scenarios. That's gonna be a group to watch today. You know, man,
it's
you gotta
gonna
watch
definitely for sure. You're right.
And out of Group G, only watch the England and Belgium game because they might be fighting hard for that first place. Because again, that side of the bracket is pretty easy. The only hard teams in that bracket, in my eyes, are Croatia and Spain.
Who do you think is going to win that game if they both come out full squad? England versus Belgium.
England or Belgium? Belgium.
Belgium, I think so too. But man, the thing is, England have been very impressive. And the thing is, like honestly, everyone's been so surprised about England's form and like how well they've been doing. So why are people so surprised? Look at this England squad. They have some good players, man.
I won't be surprised if Belgium makes it to the semifinals or even the finals.
Yeah, Belgium is very strong. You're right.
Mark my words.
But it's crazy. It's early, so you never know. But anyways, yeah, France have not been that impressive.
The only other team at this current moment with a better goal average and goals allowed are actually Croatia. That's the only team. And then behind them, tied, are Belgium and England with the best goal average. And then you have Uruguay. What am I talking about with Uruguay? They're the only team in this tournament
haven't been scored on, right?
That have not been scored on.
Have not been scoring. Yeah, their defense is very impressive, but
their attacking hasn't been
their
that strong.
group has been a little easier. You know, now Russia. A lot of people were probably surprised about the Russia game. Maybe they thought that Russia was going to get a goal on them, but you have to remember Uruguay. Their defense is very tough. Their defense are very tough. Those are aggressive boys out there. Those are aggressive men out there. They play tough. They play rough. And they're big too, you know? And they make their presence known. And their forwards are very good, so they keep the other side busy. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So, but anyways. And they have some young players that are very impressive too. So, you know, Uruguay is tough. And that's a team you got to look out for. Uruguay is going to be very tough. But so far, honestly, most people, only two teams I've really been impressed with have been Belgium and Croatia.
That is very true. But one thing I've also noticed, I don't know if, you know, some of you around the world may have noticed this, but La Liga players have showed up a lot at this World Cup.
I hate to say it, man. Real Madrid player especially.
Yeah, I hate to say it too, but that's true.
I mean, especially Barcelona players as well. I mean, Rakitic had that beautiful game against Argentina.
Rakitic had a beautiful game.
Messi had a beautiful game
against Nigeria.
Coutinho's had a brilliant tournament so far, in my opinion. Coutinho, best Brazilian player so far in the tournament.
Oh yeah, better than Neymar.
For sure better than Neymar.
Hands down.
Neymar hasn't been impressive at all in my opinion.
You know what kind of records he's breaking right now? How many times?
Falling?
Yeah. His fouls.
There's a pub that was giving out free drinks every time Neymar falls and flops.
Oh my gosh.
I was like, why would you do that? You're gonna go bankrupt, you know? And people will get alcohol poisoning. That's not right.
That's not right or safe.
No, people are gonna get alcohol poisoning and you're gonna go bankrupt. You'll have to shut down the day. The first game they play, you have to shut down. It's really sad because I mean you expect Neymar to do more, but he really hasn't been. I think, in my opinion, other players have been really impressive in Brazil, more than Neymar, especially Coutinho. Coutinho's been the best Brazilian player so far.
Paulinho had a goal today.
Paulinho had a beautiful goal today. Link up with Coutinho, beautiful. That's the Barcelona link up right there, man. You know? So
Dembele is the only one that hasn't showed up for me yet.
Yeah, Dembele has not been that impressive. I mean, France, I'm telling you, France, just France, period, has not been that impressive to me. But it's only the first round. Teams are still getting in there, you know. Last World Cup's first round was crazy as well. You can't count on these. We'll see what happens next round. Bigger teams are going to kick in, and they're going to start going off. Anyways, Group D, huh? Group D: Croatia, Argentina, Nigeria, Iceland. Nigeria and Iceland were eliminated. Nigeria still had a chance, but Argentina and Messi killed that dream. Messi had a brilliant game, and finally someone else besides Messi stepped up to score in the big moment.
Marcos Rojo.
What a goal as well, huh?
Oh, man, for a defender?
Exactly. A defender that hasn't seen that much game time recently. You got to think about that as well. So great for him. I mean, what a way to come in, save the game, save the day. Yeah, I mean, and in my opinion, Argentina are now going to step up more because I said, I don't think they'll get eliminated. And I think the worst thing Nigeria will do is letting Argentina out of the group because then they're going to be real danger. Honestly, in my opinion, I think Argentina or Brazil will win this World Cup, but Belgium and Croatia will not surprise me one bit if they get up there.
Well, if the cards are played right, Argentina and Brazil are going to meet in the semifinals.
Man, that would be beautiful. That would be beautiful. Yeah, actually, you're right.
If you look at your bracket, if the cards are played right, it would be Brazil and Argentina in the semifinal. Who do you have on your bracket to make it to the final out of them two?
Yeah.
That'd be a tough one.
That would be a tough one.
Because Mascherano is playing no games right now.
Yeah, no. But the thing is,
the Argentina-Nigeria
Mascherano made some silly mistakes, too. First half, in my opinion, second half, he was brilliant. First half, pure garbage.
But
could have definitely cost the game. He gave away the ball a few times in dangerous spots.
But how many times, as soon as he gave it away, he went and go get it?
Well, one time he did get it back. Just one time in the first half.
2 times.
But he did make some silly mistakes. And the penalty given away was stupid as well. For someone as Mascherano, honestly, you know what the thing is about Mascherano? I still think he still has the heart. He still has the passion. He still is out there doing well. He still has the knowledge. He's just older. He's just older. And I think his body is just not catching up to his brain.
Yeah.
And that's what you see. That's exactly what I think you're saying. But I mean, it's expected. I mean, he is older. His body has had some mileage on it, man. He is torn his body apart for his teams, country and club. He's an absolute warrior, And he's in the World Cup last year. Him and Messi were the only reason they reached the final. If you remember against Holland, last year, he tore his butthole.
Yeah,
he literally tore his asshole, making that tackle to save that goal from Robin. So, he absolutely is a legend. But it's sad when you see a legend like that get older and start, getting slower and making wrong decisions because his body just simply can't keep up with his mind. In my opinion, that's what happens. But, anyways,
Croatia got first. Argentina got second.
But man, Croatia deserved. They beat the hell out of Argentina, man. Yeah. They were, convincing. They were just absolutely brilliant. They really were. Modric, Rakitic, what players?
Tore them apart.
Wow, man. They've really been impressive, And they absolutely deserve it. They won all 3 games. No, I knew they were going through.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't think they would win first. I thought it would be Argentina, Croatia. I had no idea Croatia was going to turn it up this much, take it to a whole nother level on these guys. Let's not forget, Argentina and Nigeria are not shit teams here. And neither is Iceland, but Iceland doesn't have the experience or the quality really to be able to compete with these guys. But this top 3 teams, 1, 2, 3, are teams that at any day can do very well.
Right. Right.
So for me, I did not expect Croatia to top that level. I expect them to go through, but not top the level. Very impressive by Croatia. Brilliant by Rakitic, Modric, and those boys. Fantastic. Fantastic play. And Argentina were very fortunate that Lionel Messi kicked it up, gave him a speech. And you know what? He's really stepping it up now because now I think he's had enough. He knows this is it. This is it for him in the World Cup chance. This is his last World Cup. This is the only chance he'll get now to win the World Cup.
I think he's hungry for it.
Halftime, did you see the speech he gave to the players? After the coach already gave him the speech, and who knows what Messi contributed in the locker room. But out there, he had his boys huddled up, the main guys, and he was telling them what he wanted. He started demanding, and you don't see this type of Messi out too much you don't see him in the cameras too much. He might be like that in the locker room, but you don't see him out. Now I think he's just had enough. Yeah. He's just making sure he's staying on top of him. He's like, no, that's it. This is my final chance here. You guys are going to get shit going. We're not going out like this. We have too much quality to go out like this. Too many finals and no trophies? No way. You know? Mm-hmm. And you see this type of Messi now in that Nigeria game. And hopefully you see this Messi in the next game. First 2 games, you see a Messi that was very upset, very annoyed. In the game against Croatia, before the game, he was just rubbing his head, rubbing his face during the night. He just wasn't into it. Mm-hmm. Something was bothering him, you know? And, you know, that's what happens. But, you know, and the thing is, I mean, they still managed to get through, you know. And they were fortunate to get through, but they still made it through. So now, still have a chance. Fantastic players, fantastic team, and no excuses. Croatia, very impressive, though, in my opinion. That's it in Group D, yeah?
Yeah.
Group E, Brazil, Switzerland go through. Serbia, Costa Rica are out.
That was
expected.
That was very expected.
Expected. Switzerland has good players, man.
They do.
You know?
They do.
Brazil, obviously, you're going to know they're going to go out first. Serbia were surprising, in my opinion. You know? They played very well. And you know what? If they would have went through.
Nice goals, too.
Yeah, they did, man. They fought it out. They played well.
Kolarov with the free kick goal.
Yeah,
I think in their first game.
Yeah, they were very impressive in my opinion. But Brazil was too much for them.
Yeah.
And I think against Switzerland, there just was too much drama with Shaqiri and Xhaka and Albanian stuff and all the other things. So it made the game more heated, and the players that kept the composure more were the ones that came out on top.
Exactly.
You know, but in my I had Brazil and Switzerland going out. So Costa Rica, I didn't expect anything from them this World Cup. I think last World Cup, they did well. They went to a couple of PK decisions. Navas was the hero, and that's when he got signed. But I didn't think they were, you know, gonna do anything this World Cup.
No.
Which they didn't. They came in last place, which is sad, but still made it to a World Cup, which is a big achievement. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So should be proud of themselves. And yeah, that's pretty much it in that group, yeah. But Brazil, before we move on, Brazil have not been impressive to me, you know? And Neymar has not been impressive to me.
Mm-mm.
You know? Coutinho has been the best Brazilian player on the team so far. And it's just, people expected this to be Neymar's team. And Neymar has been taking a lot of the credit, the crying, making scenes, to make it be am I wrong, though? Has he not made a lot of things to put a little bit on him?
Just a little bit.
Like when they scored today, he crossed the ball in, yes, but Thiago Silva scored it. He kept tapping his shoulder like it was him and everything. The other day, at halftime, he rainbowed the player. Halftime, he started crying. You know, like things like that. I just think he just needs to grow up. I love Neymar. I love Brazil. I mean, I you know, that's, but the thing is, it just kind of bothers me that I think he's just too immature, you know? And the player that's been around big players, big stars, and
I don't think he'll
big
ever grow
opportunity.
up.
That's the thing. That's the sad part. You expect him to kick in more around this age, but unfortunately, he hasn't been. And you see it on the pitch as well. I mean, he's a fantastic player. I mean, don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
But he hasn't been anywhere to the level I expect him to be in this World Cup. You know? What do you think?
With Neymar, man,
Were you
was
expecting more from him this World Cup, or yes or no?
Yeah, of course.
Well, I mean, it's still very early. But even in this couple games, like you expected Neymar to really show out, especially coming back from the injury. You really wanted him to make a statement.
All I know is when he plays Mexico on Monday, he better bring his game.
Yeah, but the thing is, I mean, I hate to say it, but that's a mismatch in my opinion. Mexico's a great team. They have a huge passion, huge heart, and that's what can win them the game, you know? Mm-hmm. But, man, player for player, Brazil can absolutely win that game. They absolutely should win that game. Unless they keep underperforming. They haven't. I don't know if they've been underperforming. This haven't been to my expectations.
No, mine either.
Especially Neymar. But yeah, next match they have Mexico, which, what Mexico are you going to see though? That's the thing. Are you going to see the Germany Mexico, or are you going to see the? But the thing is, though, here's the thing too with Mexico. Fantastic. They did beat Germany. Huge win. But this Germany team was not impressive at all this season. South Korea beat them 2-0 as well. Mexico against South Korea was a tough match for Mexico, and a lot of people argue that Mexico should have lost that game or should have drawn.
Yeah.
And so and against Sweden, they just got destroyed. So that's the thing. I think that's why, honestly, I don't want to say anything because I do like Mexico, and I do like how much passion they have, how much heart they have, how much belief they have, and how they fight, But that's the reason those are the facts that make me believe this is a mismatch. And in my opinion, Brazil is just going to walk away with that, no problem.
We'll see, man.
Yeah, we'll see. You're absolutely right. In the World Cup, you never know. But that's how I think. But anyways, Brazil have not been as impressive as I expected, but neither has anyone else besides Belgium and Croatia. And that's it in Group E, really, right?
Yeah.
What else? Before we move on, Marcelo injury. Yeah. It looks like it's probably serious.
It did look serious.
He was pretty damn sad about it. It looked like he cried a little. Yeah, he cried. And it's horrible news because he's a big player for that team.
Oh, huge, huge asset.
And Felipe Luis is coming back from a big injury.
Yeah.
So
not much playing time. You gotta watch that there.
That's gonna be tough. That's
where Mexico could come in and hurt
Exactly. Mexico does have quick players that they can use to drill in. Yep. And Carlos Vela is a great player, in my opinion. They have some young players that are very good. Chicharito as well. I haven't seen Corona.
He came in today.
Did he come in? I didn't see it.
I think it's the other Corona.
The other Corona. I don't think they took this. I don't think they took him. No, they didn't take him.
Which,
to be honest, he's my favorite Mexican player.
The young one from Porto.
And then second one is Carlos Vela. I like Carlos Vela a lot, but
I feel like he came to Corona MLS too fast.
Oh, big time! I think I was just talking about this
Giovanni
today.
Dos Santos.
It's funny. I was just talking about this today because I was like, I think Carlos Vela pissed away his career because he still had a chance. He's a good player.
He's playing at Real Sociedad in Spain.
Yeah, and not only playing, he was starring for them, man.
Yeah,
so.
And he played really well out there.
Yeah, he did. He's a good player. But anyways, that's pretty much it in that game, in that thing, huh? Group F. Sweden, Mexico go through. South Korea, Germany eliminated.
Finished last in their group.
Yeah, honestly, I wasn't expecting Germany to do anything. I don't know if I necessarily thought they were going to get knocked out the first group.
No, I expected them to make it out the group.
But I didn't. I honestly had zero faith in Germany doing anything. Honestly. To be honest, I was looking forward to a Germany and Brazil match.
Yes, I was.
You would have seen a whole different match this game. Man. But anyways, Germany weren't impressive at all. Ozil was not impressive at all. Reus, they scored 1 goal in 1 game. Cruz as well. Germany was just not impressive at all. They had no speed attacking up there. And Sane, in my opinion, was a big miss like we discussed earlier. But Germany wasn't impressive at all. I think they deserved to get knocked out in their last place. Not only knocked out, but in last place in the first group. Deserved, in my opinion. Korea fought for that. South Korea fought for that last win. Absolutely deserved it. But Mexico, very impressive. The thing is, Mexico, 6 points, still had to rely on South Korea getting the result against Germany for them to qualify.
Because they lost their game to Sweden.
Isn't that crazy? You lose one game that can cost you getting knocked out of the World Cup. When you play, well again, you get the results you need in the other games.
But that's the thing. That's how strong that group was.
Yeah, that group is a tough group. I don't think South Korea beat Germany, so I can't say anything.
So you got to say that group was a group of death this World Cup.
Well, no, but
results show different.
World Cup. It's
Look
World
at that,
Cup.
6-6-3-3.
Yeah, it's crazy.
What was that, 6-6-6?
That's crazy.
Come
Take
on
it
now.
easy. Take it easy.
Come on now.
No, but that's. I mean, that was tough. Mexico did fight all the way, but against Sweden, they were just absolutely horrible. Sweden fought all the way. They were very unfortunate against Germany, in my opinion. They were very unfortunate. They had an absolute penalty missed in that game. That should have 100% been a penalty. How? I can't believe it. You know, that's the thing about VAR, man. Half-ass use. I really don't like it. FIFA is just a half-ass organization because they're still benefiting from doing other things. But I don't want to talk into that. That's a whole different thing, and that's them. I don't give a shit about that. We're here to enjoy the game. All right, that's pretty much it in that group. Nothing else to say, huh?
Group G.
Yeah, Group G. England, Belgium. Of course, we thought Belgium and England were going to come through. England, very impressive so far. Harry Kane, very impressive so far. Captain, so young. Just, first World Cup. Give him credit. Give him credit.
Too.
Yeah, he claims goals that aren't his. Yeah. Yes, he can't speak correct. Yes, he might seem like he has a lot of issues in his mind when he's giving an interview. But
and he plays for the Spurs.
And he plays for the Spurs that just can't win trophies. But give him credit. He's really stepping up.
Yeah, big time.
He is really stepping up.
Big time.
And yes, it's still very early, but this is what you want to see early on as well, Giving the team confidence. My captain's there. My captain's making an improvement. My captain's making a big presence, That's what you want from a captain. So what, he's young, still getting the job done, and so are England. And England, they should absolutely. People put England out, make all these jokes and all this stuff. Man, look at the England squad. They have a great squad. They have a great team, great players, great forwards, great midfields. Come on, man. Like, you can't count England out here. You just can't,
You also can't count Belgium out.
No one did. No one counted Belgium out.
Belgium
are one of the favorites to win this World Cup. Their team is just fantastic.
The way they work together.
Jesus, the squad is just ridiculous.
Oh my gosh. Lukaku, Hazard,
De Bruyne. Come on, they have a squad for months, But we'll see what the game goes on tomorrow. I think both coaches claim they're going to rest players. I don't think so. I think both players.
No, I think they're going to go in there fighting for that first place.
They should. Why not? And it'll be fun to see. We'll see what happens. So that'll be a fun match to see. But in my opinion, both teams can do some serious damage in the next round. Both teams are fantastic. Both teams have young talent. Both teams are ambitious. Both teams are on fire,
Make sure you watch that game tonight.
That's going to be a fantastic match. So don't miss that. Tunisia and Panama eliminated, as well as, not they should, but we expect it. They're in a tough group, man. They're in a tough group.
Yeah, they are.
All right, Group H. Last but not least, Japan, Senegal, Colombia, Poland. Still a chance.
For Colombia.
Yeah. Japan and Senegal.
Nobody expected that.
No.
A lot of people expected Poland and Colombia to come out of this group, and Poland is already eliminated going.
Let me ask you a question.
Game.
What do you think the results are going to be? Japan, Poland, Senegal, Colombia. Senegal can give Colombia a hard time. Japan can definitely give Poland a hard time. But vice versa.
I see.
Colombia, I expected Colombia to get out of this group.
I see Poland actually beating Japan.
You think so?
No. Japan's too fast.
That's the only thing.
So
Poland is one of those countries that can't deal well with quick people.
So is Senegal.
Senegal's
defender
quick,
is not that quick.
No, Yeremina is very slow. Very good, but very slow.
Yeah.
And he's their center back.
But hey, it's the World Cup. I've seen some crazy stuff already.
But that's gonna be fantastic to watch, man.
That's gonna be.
My goodness.
Those are gonna be games to watch.
Those 4 games are gonna be fantastic. Do not miss these 4 games. They're going to start soon. Yeah, man. Who do I think is gonna win? Man, I don't even want to say it. Japan and Colombia.
That's what I think.
Japan and Colombia. We'll see.
But don't be surprised.
Don't be surprised. I wouldn't be surprised at all. You know,
Senegal and Japan go.
don't make bets on our predictions.
No, please.
Yeah. This is the World Cup. You never know. You never know the World Cup anymore, man. Teams are getting way better. Players are getting way better. You know. But anyways, yeah. Pretty much in the World Cup, that's pretty much all that's going on. And man, what fantastic, crazy, ridiculous drama. Everything you want to see in the World Cup. Surprises. It's in this World Cup. One of the big news is before we get out of here was Diego Maradona in the last game against Nigeria, clearly on drugs. No, I don't know if it's clearly. No, he's clearly on drugs. No, I don't give a shit. Clearly on drugs. Before the game, he was just dancing with some lady, going crazy. And when Messi scored, he looked like he was possessed by 7 demons. And afterwards, someone had to carry his ass back to the back in the room, and then paramedics had to get involved and all types of stuff. But man, what the hell is going on here? He's stealing the show, man. You know?
Yeah.
He's stealing the show. He just wants to make his presence known so bad, and then he came out and said that he drank too much white wine. Man, I've drank too much white wine before. So has probably everyone else. You don't act like that on white wine, man.
No,
you know?
You don't.
First of all, too much white wine doesn't even get you drunk. It just makes you sick. You know what I mean? This guy was on serious drugs. There was other stuff going on.
Definitely on something.
I don't know if he just... Who knows, man? But, I mean, obviously we know he does love the cocaine. So, you know. But anyways, yeah, that was a big news. Yeah, one other thing before we log on. Serie A, real quick. AC Milan, banned for 2 years, can't buy a player. UEFA put a ban on them. No, they can't play. They can't play in European football for 2 years because of financial fair play reasons.
And I think the same thing's going to happen to PSG. That's why Neymar's going to
Well, that's why they're trying to sell
Real
Mbappe.
Madrid. And if you remember, go back, I don't know how many videos. I'm going to have to go back and look. I said it. Neymar's going to Real Madrid. This was him going to PSG last summer was all a cover-up for him to make it back to Spain, but at Real Madrid. Man. I called it.
But the thing is, PSG are trying to get some of that money back by selling Mbappe to Real Madrid. But who knows? We'll see. But yeah, they're getting investigated by UEFA, so that's another team as well. But AC Milan, 2 years, no European football. Couple of news real quick. We'll get through this real fast. Couple of news that are going on in football. Keita finally made a switch to Liverpool. Done deal. It's done. Nainggolan, Roma's player and Belgium star, who surprisingly didn't make the World Cup cut, just moved to Inter Milan from Roma. Mm. That's a big news, man. That's a big player going to a big team.
Huge deal.
Champions who have Champions League play now. So that's going to be fun to watch. But him leaving, guess who came in? Pastore from PSG. Pastore joins Roma from PSG for about 18 million. So that's a pretty good deal for them. Not bad at all. Liverpool, Danny Ings finally leaves Liverpool.
Finally.
He's out. Going to search for some first-time football play. And let's see. Lorenzo might be heading to Man United from Roma. He's a big player that Man U are chasing.
If I'm not mistaken, Fred from Brazil, from Shakhtar.
Yep. Made the switch to Manchester United. Yep. Done deal. That's finished. You're absolutely right. Verratti and Manchester. PSG's financial fair play thing. They're trying to load up Verratti to Manchester United for good money as well. Manchester United are very interested and have been in contact with the player's agent and PSG over the switch. So that's another move. Other news, well, this kind of with the World Cup, Xhaka and Shaqiri's celebration with the Albania thing. No punishment. You have to investigate it. Letting it go. Nothing with that. Pogba came out and admitted that there's issues with Mourinho and he might be looking for a switch. And
Yep. Do I smell a Manchester City switch?
Yep. Oh, well, Barcelona apparently is one of the teams that he's interested in.
Oh, so wow.
That might happen.
I don't see him fitting there.
Well, Rakitic is apparently a player Manchester United is interested in, so they're trying to make a trade deal. That might happen. That's another news. Other news.
After this World Cup, experience with Rakitic, I don't see Barcelona letting him go.
No, absolutely not.
That's none of my business.
No. You should not.
Same
And
agree.
Asensio in Liverpool, 130 million price tag put on him. Liverpool are offering Real Madrid.
130
Asensio
million?
said he's not going anywhere. He wants Madrid to stay. So that might be BS. And yeah, well, one of the big news is the Ajax player, the legend's son. Oh shit, Kovoit, Kovoit. I forgot his name.
Olivet?
Yeah. Anyways, Kolovit made his move to Roma. He was a player that people thought he's gonna get sold for 80, 70, 90, 100, million like that. Under 20 million, I believe they spent for him.
Wow.
And they got him at Roma, which is crazy. But apparently it has a lot to do with some of the backroom staff. And yeah, Jack Wilshere announces that he's leaving Arsenal at the end of this month. Sevilla have been after Daniel Sturridge. James making a permanent move to Bayern Munich is very possible. And yeah, that's pretty much some of the stuff that I'm going through. We just went through quickly. All right, that's our show today, pretty much. Yeah?
Yeah.
Is there anything else?
No, I think we covered it all.
All right.
Just watch those games so you can get
Watch
your
those
brackets
games.
going.
Yep, we're gonna do another show soon to get the rest of the stuff going out there for you. We're gonna do some live shows and some giveaways as well.
Make sure you subscribe so you can get some
Yep.
freaking prizes, guys.
Exactly. Subscribe to our channel. Follow us on
Hit that
Instagram,
link.
FootLife TV, on Facebook, FootLife TV, and Twitter, FootLife TV1. So follow us. Thank you all for joining us. We will see you next time. Enjoy the World Cup. Hope your team's still in it. If not, sorry. There's always next time.
Argentina.
See you later.